And good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Washington Street Gym in Macomb, Illinois, the Hangar, as Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling brings Macomb Bombers Volleyball to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett, alongside tonight as we bring in the all-star crew, so to speak. John Burton is here. The only person we're missing is Greg.
Yeah, that would make for something, huh?
Yeah, and then Evan Wagner, the eye in the sky, as I was seen today, is here on the camera. He does all the Southeastern games for us, and we're just about ready for JV action between the Macomb High Bombers and the Southeastern Suns. And these teams should have about as good of a game as apparently psych, we're not really ready. They went through it once, now they're going to do it again. The official said, never mind, go back and try it again. So everybody wants to scream a couple times, right?
Yeah, of course. You can never get too much screaming at the start of these games.
That's what I'm saying, too. That's why we get along, John. Well, been a lot of volleyball played. Some games, Southeastern has seen some pretty good teams, Unity being probably the best one they've seen. Both teams have seen Illini West. Macomb has not seen Unity yet. But as far as anticipation goes with our coverage area teams, this is it.
Yeah, absolutely. Two great volleyball programs matching up here tonight. As you mentioned, it should make for an interesting game. I mean, obviously big hitters on both sides. Of course, for Macomb, you got Kennedy Adair, probably one of the most talked about volleyball players in this area. And then, of course, on the Southeastern side, the sophomore, Amanda Stevens. Man, how has she played this season? She
has been phenomenal. Quinn Rexroth starts things off for the Bombers. There's the attack from the back row by Savannah Ramsey. Lucarinen on the attack, and the follow-through gets into the net. It's a point for the Suns and a side out. So point number one of the night goes to the Bombers. And we'll see how that continues as Lucarinen sends it across. Griswold to Madison Branchfield. It's dug up and sent across. It gets there. Ramsey's there. Griswold back to Ramsey. It's going to be a free ball going deep. Robinson gets it right at the line. Rexroth near side to Lucarinen. It's up to Branchfield. Right to the net it goes. It's dug by Griswold. That's the kind of stuff you're going to see tonight. Those tips normally fall against most teams, not against these two teams. On the far side, the attack over there by number 6, Maribel Quinn Nekak ends up being a kill for Nekak, and back to serve. And this young lady is going to be a good one, folks. Lucarinen, she is the real deal as a sophomore. Had a little trouble serving last night. She gets a let serve there, comes to the net, and Griswold tips it. How is that not illegal? That rolled right up Nekak's arm. But I guess Nekak, right up her arm, and no call. So it's 3-1 Bombers. Make that 2-1. I had it right. Freaked myself out. There's an ace for Lucarinen as she stuck that right back in the left corner. Gracie Arthur back there, the libero, playing up just a smidge. But, man, that looked like, John, it was going to go deep, and it fell right in the corner.
Yeah, beautiful serve there from Lucarinen. As you mentioned, one of the best players on this Macomb JV team. Another nice serve there going hard into the back row. Another ace for her.
Off of Gracie Arthur. That one uncontrollable to one of the ball girls on the far side. And Lucarinen going back to serve, looking for point number 4 in a row for the the sophomore outside hitter, Catherine Lucarinen. Savannah Ramsey on the attack, and it's going to fall. She'll get her first kill and a side out for the Suns. 4-2, and going back to serve is Madison Branchfield. Kinsey Griswold served first for the Suns. Branchfield has been serving very well of late for Southeastern. So you've watched those games here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And a sports corner kill for Nekak. And it's a side out to the Bombers. Going back to serve, Kelly Ladd. She had a heck of a string of points against BPC last night. We'll see if she can do that same thing against Southeastern. And she starts off with an ace off the arms of Madison Branchfield. It's a 6-2 score for the Bombers here early in set number 1. Ladd back to the jump serve again. That one goes into the net. Side out on the service error. And going back to serve for the Suns going to be number 21, Cassie Putnam. Putnam serve. Deep to Lucarinen. It's going to go far side to Nekak. She gets it across. Griswold sets middle to Savannah Ramsey. Over the block. Robinson's there. Outside it comes to Jacqueline Adair. Putnam got a hand on it. Now it's going to be Griswold trying to send it across. She cannot. Another point for the Bombers. And going back to serve is Drew Creasy. Drew served 7 straight in her first service against BPC last night. So Southeastern brings a little something different to the table. Hulett serve is dug by Griswold. It comes to the net, fought over. Adair and Savannah Ramsey fight at the net. Savannah Ramsey wins the battle at the net, and it's 7-4. Ramsey goes back to serve. She'll come to set, and Kinsey Griswold will go to the front row to hit for the Suns. And into the net it goes. A service error. And back to serve is Jacqueline Adair. Good crowd here tonight, John. It's a little fuller of the early than it has been in recent nights here at the Washington Street Gym.
Well, as you mentioned, I mean, this is one of the marquee matchups of the season this year. Of course, this Macomb varsity team undefeated on the year. I couldn't tell you Southeastern's record off the top of my head, but I know it's one of the best in this area. So I expect this gym to fill up pretty quick. There's not a whole lot of seats here. Of course, bleachers on one side, so we're probably going to start getting crowded up here.
Another point is Riley Smith back to serve. It's 8-5. Lucarinen down the line to the left. A sports corner kill for Catherine Lucarinen. And it's 9-5. And Robinson goes back to serve now. The libero for the Bombers, Kylie Robinson. Savannah Ramsey hits one deep and out of play. A point for Robinson and the Bombers as they've doubled up the Suns now. They lead 10-5. Griswold, back row attack. Nope, just a free ball coming across from Ramsey. Rexroth tips it across. Rexroth again now to Lucarinen. Lucarinen dug by Arthur. Ramsey to Branchfield. Branchfield deep. That was Stortson there. It's Doug. Now Branchfield again goes deep. Robinson's there. Dug off Riley Smith, but Lucarinen is going to get another sports corner kill. Good rally there, John, but Suns good defense, but could never really get a good offensive attack.
Yeah, we've seen a couple good rallies here earlier tonight. Both teams playing great defense. The Suns have been pretty on point with their defensive play, but just the power through kill from Lucarinen on the outside, and they're going to set her again. Here comes another one. Man, oh man. That one's going to find the back row for another sports corner kill for Lucarinen.
She is going to be a good one, and a timeout's going to be called by the Southeastern Suns. We'll take our first break as well. I'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH in just a couple minutes.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on-the-field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
And welcome back to the hangar here at Washington Street Gym in Macomb, Illinois. Game being brought to you by Ron Elby Auto Sales with locations in Macomb and Augusta. With 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop in and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit them at www.lbsalescars.com to check out their inventory. And Robinson's next serve is dug by Ramsey. Griswold bumps back row attack coming from Ramsey. Starks is number 17 for anybody keeping score at home instead of 10 tonight. It's going to come to the net, tipped across by Ladd, dug up by Ramsey. Now it's going to be Riley Smith sending a free ball across. Robinson's there barely. Creasy comes to get it. Stortson now is going to send one across. She does. Riley Smith is there. Ramsey goes to get it, pushed across by Griswold short. Ladd is there. Rexroth out to Lucarenin. Lucarenin right down in the middle of the floor for a Sports Center kill for Catherine Lucarenin, and she is eating up the Suns defense right now.
Yeah, it seems like every time she's been set to the outside here, she's been able to attack that back row nice and hard. Nice kills from her early on.
And a service error sends the serve back to the Suns, and Gracie Arthur going back to serve now. There's 18.3 seconds left on the clock. Arthur to serve. Robinson's there. Rexroth back set to Kelly Ladd, who had to come over the left hand, and she gets a sports corner kill of the softest variety possible. And it's 14-6. The Bombers with the lead, and Rexroth going back to serve as we've completed one rotation now through both teams. Rexroth back for the second time. 14-6 the score. Rexroth across. Riley Smith is there, an overpass, and Kelly Ladd thanks you very much for that as they feed the bear, and she's more than obliged to eat. And she gets a sports corner kill for Kelly Ladd, and Rexroth gets another point. Back to serve now, 15-6. And an ace for Rexroth, 16-6, and the Bombers running away a little bit here in set number one, 16-6 with Rexroth at the service line. She served two straight. Short in front of Arthur, and another ace for Quinn Rexroth. Ramsey, Griswold, back row attack coming from Ramsey. Lucarenin, dug by Griswold. Ramsey back to Griswold on the attack, and I don't know if that was actually a block or not. You want to give him a block on that?
Yeah, I guess we can. Who was that up there?
That was Nikak and Ladd on the block. A timeout, so we'll keep it here and tell you that this game is being brought to you tonight by Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling. Since 1960, Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling has provided the greater Macomb area with expert sales, service, and installation of quality home comfort systems. Call your local Carrier dealer today at 309-833-2852 and find out why Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling delivers 365 days of indoor comfort. And the Old Dairy, located at 210 South Lafayette Street in Macomb, serving soup, salad, sandwiches, homemade dessert, Blue Bunny ice cream, and they have a full-service coffee bar. Breakfast served all day, and they have free Wi-Fi as well. Visit them online at www.olddairymacomb.com. Call 309-837-6700 for your takeout. And Rexroth back to serve again. And, John, it's been really all Macomb here in the JV contest this far, and another ace for Quinn Rexroth.
Yeah, and a lot of it's come down to the serving. Macomb's looked really good serving the ball. We saw another ace there. I got him marked down for, let's see, that's 7 so far. So, I mean, if you could cut down on those if you're Southeastern, I mean, that's 7 points that you wish you could have back. To see another one there.
That's actually not an ace, as Karis told me last night. Since they got two people touched it, it's not technically an ace.
Either way, still a serve receive.
It's still a passing problem, right? Lucarenin goes out. Checking in for the Bombers is going to be number 20, Olivia Whitney. Rexroth continues to serve. It's 20-6. Nicole Arthur watching tonight. Thanks for joining us. Live chat is open. Hop in there. Tell us where you're watching from. That came across the net. And a kill, a sports corner kill for the Suns, gets a side out. And back to serve is going to be Kinsey Griswold, her second serve of the game. Stortson, and somebody is in the net. It's going to be Macomb, number 8. Rexroth in the net. A point for Griswold. As I was saying, the live chat is open, so hop in there. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. That goes for both teams, of course. And again, it falls to the Bombers' side, and it's another point for the Suns as they try to reel themselves back into this. Griswold 2 straight service points and another serve here. Stortzum is there. Nekak from the left side, and she's going to get the kill down the line. The right side hitter coming back and serve receive. And gets the side out. Going back to serve is going to be number 20, Olivia Whitney for the Bombers. 21-9 they have on the scoreboard now. And Savannah Ramsey with a sports corner kill. 21-10. Madison Branchfield back to serve. Short. Robinson goes to get it. Rexroth pushes it across. Now it's going to be Riley Smith on the attack. Whitney with the dig. Jacqueline Adair on the attack, and that never got touched, I don't think. But maybe they called it did, so I guess it did. And Nekak's going to get a sports corner kill for the Bombers. And it's 22-10, and Kelly Ladd going back to serve now. Did you think that one got touched?
It's hard to tell from where I'm sitting. The ref's kind of standing in the way, but it looked to me like it was off the tape.
That one didn't get to the tape for Kelly Ladd. It's a side out on the service there. But yeah, live chat's open. Hop in there. Talk to us a little bit. Let us know where you're watching from. Nicole Arthur is a regular viewer. We appreciate her coming in and tuning in for all the Southeastern Suns games. Little trouble there as Robinson and Whitney fight over it, and then nobody went to get it. It's a point for the Suns, and Putnam back to serve again. 22-12. The Bombers lead Southeastern. Hard serve. It's going to go to Nekak. It's blocked, but dug. Now it's going to be Jacqueline Adair on the attack. It's blocked. Rexroth back sets to Nekak. It's going to drop as the Suns have a little problem there as Adriana Starks and Kinsey Griswold miscommunicate a smidge, and it's a sports corner kill for Nekak. And Drew Creasy going back to serve now for the Bombers. 23-12, trying to double them up again. Branchfield set to Riley Smith, and Riley Smith's going to get the sports corner kill, keeping her team in the game at 23-13. A long way to go here in set number one if you want to get a win here, though.
Yeah, I mean, you dug yourself in a hole early. Macomb's looking to, punch down on them now. We'll see how they close this game out.
Adair with the attack. It's going to be sent across by Arthur. Creasy is going to be tipped across by Rexroth. Savannah Ramsey sets to Riley Smith. Creasy went to get it. Now it's going to be outside to Adair. Riley Smith's there. Ramsey goes a bump set. Riley Smith on the attack again. Deep left corner. Trouble. Robinson's there now after Creasy kept it alive. McClure sends it across. Set middle to Griswold, and it's dug up by Whitney. Now it's going to be Adair sending a free ball across. It's out of bounds. A good rally for both squads, but it was the Suns that time holding the pedal to the metal and keeping the Bombers out of system. Not able to get anything set up that time as Savannah Ramsey serving again. Whitney, now it's going to be Adair on the attack. It's dropped and it's going to the net. Now they're going to have a chance to get it across. They are not. Couple hits involved there, but they couldn't get it over the net in three, so it's a set point for the Bombers. And Jacqueline Adair going back to serve it up for MHS. 24-14. Bombers lead the Suns, looking for a set one win right here. Adair drops it in the back, and ace over the head of Branchfield, and it's 25-14. Bombers get a set one win over the Sons of Southeastern High School. We'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH in just a couple minutes. You're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
I chose MDH. We moved here and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
Welcome back to Macomb, Illinois. It's Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Bombers sports here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett, John Burton alongside Evan, the Eye in the Sky Wagner, on camera duty tonight. I want to say that every time for anybody keeping track at home. That could become a drinking game. Every time. How many times in a game can I say Evan, Eye in the Sky Wagner?
Well, there it is again.
There it is again. I just said it again.
3 or 4 already.
Yeah, I am up to 3 or 4 already. I better stop. Hey, if you're looking for something to do later tonight after the game, come join us at Sports Corner at 124. We'll have the TSSR Weekly broadcast live from there tonight, and both of the coaches, Rexroth and Kerr, are going to come join us at Sports Corner at 124. Also, Connor Watson going to join us and talk about today's regional golf match. I see Justice Keene is here as well. He played in that today, I would imagine. Sports Corner at 124 is Macomb's original local sports bar with a focus on local sports. Catch WIU games and all the TSSR Game Time Live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. And Kenzie Griswold set to set things off here in set number 2. You got some stats you want to look at? Does anything jump out at you in particular?
I mean, the aces for Macomb all night. I got Quinn Rexroth down for 3, Kelly Ladd for 2, and Luke Heron in for 2 as well. Again, it was mostly the serving there for Macomb in that first set. Southeastern having a lot of trouble receiving. I mean, Southeastern's defense definitely picked up there in the second half of that set. It looked like they're playing a lot better. The connection from Griswold to Ramsey started to heat up there late, but it just wasn't enough to overcome the deficit they dug for themselves.
Madison Branchfield on the attack. Drew Creasy on the dig. Attack deep and touched. A kill for Kelly Ladd. And a side out for the Bombers as they take a 1-0 lead. They did trail 1-0 as the Suns forced a side out in set number 1. Quinn Rexroth going back to serve now. She, in her second service, had a lot more success. And there, Gracie Arthur with the dig. Putnam's going to send it across. And sometimes it's not how you get it across, it's that you get it across. And that time a little let bump sends it down to the floor. And Madison Branchfield's going to go back and serve now for the Suns with the two teams tied at 1 apiece. 1-0. Bombers with the lead. Madison Branchfield has an overpass come back. Now Ramsey's going to go on the attack, and she'll get a Sports Corner kill. Savannah Ramsey gives her team a 2-1 lead. Robinson, Rexroth, backside to Lucarinen. It's dug by Arthur off the block. Riley Smith now on the attack. Robinson's there. Rexroth sets near side to Lucarinen from one side to the other. A big block, but they're going to get it up and across. Tipped across. Riley Smith is there. Griswold to Ramsey. Off the block. A Sports Corner kill for Savannah Ramsey as Ladd and Lucarinen were both there, John. But sometimes the block is as hurtful as it is helpful, and that time it rolled right off the block.
Yeah, it just got up to the net a little bit late there, and Ramsey was able to put it down. Again, that connection from Griswold to Ramsey starting to do Southeastern justice here.
And a kill for Nika Daytner as a Sports Corner kill brings it to 2-3 with the Bombers and Lucarinen a chance to tie it up here. Catherine Lucarinen, a couple aces in set number 1. She's got the little float before the serve and an ace right there, ties it at 3-3. She's got that little skip to the middle of the floor from the left side, John, and it's, you know, it looks like she's going to come up and serve immediately, but she kind of floats to you. It's like hurry up and wait, right?
Yeah, it kind of throws your timing off a little bit when you're receiving those.
That's deep, and it probably would have went out, but it's touched off the fingertips of Kenzie Griswold. Another ace for Catherine Lucarinen. It's 2 aces in a row, and she gives her team a 1-point lead, 4-3. That one's shorter. Madison Branchfield has that one go astray off the bump attempt, and it's 3 aces in a row for Catherine Lucarinen. And she's got over a handful of points now as she's got 5 aces. And there's not going to be another one, but they are going to get that one across, not in the most traditional of styles. Ladd bangs it off the block of Ramsey. Now Ramsey's going to have to push it across. It was blocked. Daytner's there. Robinson's going to send it across with a free ball. Ramsey. Griswold's going to go back to Riley Smith. She's going to just punch it across. Lucarinen's there. Rexroth to Daytner. Nope, that's Jacqueline Adair, and she gets the sports corner kill and a side out. All right, actually, it's back to Lucarinen still serving. That rally took so long, I forgot that Macomb was still serving.
I know. We've seen a couple of nice rallies here tonight so far.
And the scoreboard went off. 6-3 is the score, as I think it got unplugged at the wall. Have to reset it. There it is. 6-3 is the score, though. They'll set it up, and look at that. Just like that, it come right back on. Lucarinen. Now, if she misses this serve, it's because of that. Whoever unplugged the scoreboard, we're going to blame it on them. She didn't. Oh, man.
That was a close one.
I could see that being called either way.
Well, it looked like
I thought that skimmed the backside of the line.
I say it looked like for a second that they were going to say that it was in. And see, at least the floor judge called it that way, but up top has the whatever you call it proceeding over him. Yep. She overruled him.
Daytner with a sports corner kill. Yeah, what she says goes. That's pretty much what you're saying. It's kind of like if you're married at home, what the wife says goes.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, she's in charge. Kelly Ladd on the serve. That's deep and out. Service error makes it 7-5 and a side out. And Savannah Ramsey going back to serve now. Ramsey's serve is dug by Robinson. Rexroth. Jacqueline Adair tips it across. Ramsey's there. Gracie Arthur. Riley Smith. Dug by Robinson. Attempted to be pushed across by Rexroth. Didn't make it there. 7-6. Ramsey gets the service point. She goes back to serve again. Lucarinen this time. Back set. Down the line it rolls. Daytner with the kill, and the sports corner kill goes to the number 15, Nika Daytner, but those, when they roll down the net like that, not even fair.
No, it's so hard to tell which side it's going to eventually fall on, and you know, you're blocking on one side and the ball's going to roll all the way to the other side. There's just not much you can do to recover after that.
Drew Creasy on the serve. Branchfield serve receive. Griswold on the attack. Robinson's there. Griswold. Not Griswold. Rexroth with Jacqueline Adair gets a sports corner kill and a side out. 9-6. Actually, Drew Creasy got the point there, didn't she?
Yes.
Drew Creasy back to serve. Her dad, Rob Creasy, was a senior when I was a freshman at Bushnell-Prairie City High School. An ace for Drew Creasy. Saw Rob here the other night. I think I see him sitting down there right now, maybe. I'm not real sure. Can't tell. Drew Creasy's serve nearly got Rexroth in the side of the noggin. Service error is side out. 10-7, and Riley Smith going back to serve for the Suns. Hanging closer this time, and then she serves it into the net, a side out. Jacqueline Adair going back to serve. A closer game at this point this time around, John, but you kind of get the feeling that the Bombers are trying to just grab that control again. And, well, as I say that, I'm going to stop talking about serves and stuff because every time I do, I jinx everybody. That's 3 service errors in a row.
3 back-to-back-to-back, just right into the same spot on the net on either side.
That's only good if you're winning championships. Gracie Arthur Robinson, there's a non-service error serve. That's what we're talking about. Lucarinen on the attack, and it's out just a little long. A point for the Suns, and they closed to within 2 as Gracie Arthur gets the service point. Deep left corner. Sortsum's there. McClure on the attack. Dug by Riley Smith. Back to McClure on the overpass, and she's going to get the sports corner kill. Madison McClure Madeline McClure, did that about 6 or 7 times last night against BPC. You do not want an overpass at the net with Madeline McClure there. Robinson's serve, dug by Riley Smith. Savannah Ramsey on the attack. Robinson's there. Now it's going to be Lucanen from the 10-foot line. Gracie Arthur with the dig. Ramsey to Madison Branchfield. Off the block. Robinson's there. Rexroth near side again to Lucanen. Branchfield with the dig. Middle to Griswold. Tip up. Robinson has it. Lucanen is going to send a free ball across. Gracie Arthur's there. Set middle to Griswold. Sports corner kill for Kinsey Griswold. And the Suns are back within 2 again, 12-10. Kinsey Griswold going back to serve. Griswold's serve, drugged by Drew Creasy. Back set to Ladd. Doug. Arthur's going to set the wrong team, and it's going to be one at the net by Ladd. And Kelly Ladd is going to get a sports corner kill. 13-10. Coming in to serve, or coming back in as Daytner, going back to serve is Quinn Rexroth. Rexroth serve right down the middle of the floor. Riley Smith is there. Ramsey has to go get the errant pass. Arthur's going to send the free ball across. Rexroth's going to set near side to Lucanen and drives it home down the middle of the floor. A sports corner kill for Catherine Lucanen. And it's 14-10, and Rexroth gets another service point. How many is that for her now? She's
Rexroth?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Where are we at? Looks like I got her for about 7 between both games, 7 or 8.
And it's going to be pushed across by Ramsey. Rexroth, Robinson. Stortson from the back row. Branchfield. Bump set to Ramsey from Griswold. Rexroth now is going to tip it across. Branchfield's there. It's going to go to the net. Dug out. Tried to be pushed across, but actually Griswold's going to get called for the lift. Rexroth back to serve again, but first a timeout. This game being brought to you by Tom Conklin State Farm. Face-to-face or over the phone, by email or by text. You choose how you do business with Tom Conklin State Farm of Macomb. You can reach them at 309-837-1200 or visit them online at www.macombsf.com. Better yet, stop in and get your quote today at 1221 West Jackson Street in Macomb. And M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store. M&B Furniture is a mainstay in the community and offers free delivery within 40 miles. For everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish an old one, stop and see the fine folks at 481 West Main Street or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or the web at www.mandbfurnitureinc.com. You can also call 309-772-2111. And a Community News Brief. For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief Weekly Edition, mailed directly to your home every Friday. As an option, you can also receive Monday and Wednesday editions by email. All of this for just $42 per year or $38 per year if you're 65 or older. Single copies can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, Blandonsville, and, of course, Macomb. Rexroth's serve is going to be brought across with a free ball by Putnam. Good job of Griswold digging it out of the net. Ladd on the attack. And it went way out of bounds, and somebody was in the net, too. I'm not really sure, John, who it was, but
wasn't paying attention to that. I was too busy watching that one fly out of bounds.
Yeah, it went sailing, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
15-11 the score. Pushed across. Rexroth. Lucanen. Double-fisted reception of the hit by Smith. A lot of that tonight. Lucanen down the line. A sports corner kill for Catherine Lucanen and a side out for the Bombers. 16-11. Bombers lead here in set number 2. They lead 1-0. Manissa Berg says, come on, ladies, sons, you can do this. Shake it off. Manissa is one of our regular watchers of Southeastern sports as well. Thank you for coming on again tonight. Ladd's going to tip it down. A great one-arm dig by Griswold. Ramsey's going to send a free ball across. Robinson. Rexroth's going to tip it. Griswold is there. Gracie Arthur comes bump set. Riley Smith's going to send a free ball instead. That's going to come to the net. Jacqueline Adair somehow stayed out of the net. I'm not quite sure how she did it. Madison Branchfield from the back row. Lucanen Jacqueline Adair now is going to hit it across. Griswold's there. Arthur. Riley Smith. Lucanen. Tipped across by Rexroth. Dig by Griswold. Pushed across by Arthur on the attack from the back row, and it's out of bounds. A hitting error. And Lucanen going back to serve again. 17-11. Bombers with the lead. Here in set number 2, they're up 1-0. Griswold, back row on the attack. Lucanen on the dig. And Rexroth tight walked the net her best as she could, and she just barely drugged the net. And it's a side out to the Suns, and Putnam going back to serve. Hard, low serve. Robinson near side to Jacqueline Adair, and she almost mishit that, I think. Riley Smith on a great dig for Branchfield. Backside it goes to Daytoner. It's Doug. Another free ball coming, and it's going to fall. Lucanen stepped aside, and Robinson wasn't going to get it, and it's a point for Putnam and the Suns. They're back to within 4, 17-13. More of how you expected this contest to go, isn't it, John, here in set number 2?
Yeah, and we saw flashes there in that first set of the Southeastern team. I mean, they did end up losing by just over 10 points in that first set. But again, towards the end of that game, they started playing a lot better. The defense started picking up. They started getting going offensively, and that's definitely carried over to the second set as they've made it a lot closer to this point.
And coming in to serve is Emily Westerhold for the Bombers. The jump serve dug by Branchfield. Ramsey sets to Riley Smith, and it's blocked by Madeline McClure. A big-time block by Madeline McClure, and a point for Westerhold. And the Bombers lead 19-13. They called a foot fault on Westerhold. I kind of thought maybe the last one was a foot fault. I didn't know about this one. I was pretty sure the first one was, and they didn't call it the first time, but they call it the second time, and Ramsey goes back to serve. Her team trailing by 5 again, 19-14. Buchanan is going to be tipped across by Rexroth, and Kinsey Griswold is there for the sports corner kill. 19-15. Suns trail the Bombers. Ramsey back to serve. Lucanen, Rexroth, near side of Jacqueline Adair on the block. It's going to be off the block of Griswold and Starks, and it's a kill for a sports corner kill for Jacqueline Adair. 20-15. 5 points away from a 2-set victory here are the Bombers. Drew Creasy back in to serve. Ramsey to Griswold, blocked. Doug back to Griswold again, blocked again. Punched across again, but out of bounds. Rexroth and McClure with a couple big blocks there, and Drew Creasy gets the point. And she's back to serve again. 21-15. Bombers with the lead. Branchfield, Ramsey, out to Griswold. Robinson with the dig. Buchanan from the back row hits a deep right corner that time, and it's a sports corner kill from the back row for Catherine Lucanen. And John, that time she's hit middle or left every time. She went far right from the back row that time, and it worked out perfect.
Yeah, just kind of showing you that Lucanen can hit to every part of the court there. As you mentioned, she's been pounding them down the line and attacking the back row for most of the night, but that one cross court to the back corner. You'll see the ace there from Creasy.
23-15. Creasy's serve goes into the net. The Suns need to make a run here. They trail by 7, 23-16. And the Bombers looking to end it in 2. Creasy, Rexroth, middle to McClure, off of Arthur. And Arthur's going to have to send a long free ball across. She does. Lucanen's there. Near side to Jacqueline Adair. Down it goes for a sports corner kill. It's match point for the Bombers. Daytoner on the serve. Riley Smith sends it across. McClure tips it down, and an overpass results in a sports corner kill for Madeline McClure, and it's 25-16 in set number 2. 25-14, 25-16, a 2-set win for the Bombers over Southeastern in JV competition. We'll come back in just a second here with a few stats, and we'll hear on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
And welcome back to the Washington Street Gym as Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling brings Macomb Bombers sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Dwayne Hulett, John Burton, and Evan, the eye in the sky Wagner. I said it again.
Everybody take a drink.
Yeah, everybody take a drink. Soda, whatever. We're not saying that you should be drinking alcohol. We're just saying it might be fun.
Take a drink, yeah.
It might be caffeine high by the end of the night if you keep it up, though. I'm just warning you. Some stats, John?
I don't know. What do you want to hear, Dwayne?
I want to hear whatever you think is prudent.
Well, I mean, obviously, the person who stamped their name all over that game for Macomb was Kathleen Lucanen. I got her marked down for 5 aces at least, and then a handful of kills. It looks like about 9 for her on the night. Rexville was able to set her up for most of the night. Her, along with Ladd and Maribel Quinn-Niak, who totaled 10 kills between them. Obviously, the attacking from Macomb tonight was definitely on par for what we've seen throughout the season. They looked phenomenal here tonight. On the Southeastern side, Savannah Ramsey had herself a handful of kills. Looks like I got her down for 9 between both games. A couple blocks for her as well, and Griswold was passing to her in that game a lot. A couple blocks here between Riley Smith and Ramsey, of course. And that's, I mean, if you wanted to know what the story of the game was, it was definitely Kathleen Lucanen, Quinn Rexrow, and Kelly Ladd for the Macomb Bombers, I'd say.
I would agree. We're going to take a break. We'll leave this stream. We'll be back with the varsity stream in just a few minutes here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back in, I'm going to say, 15 minutes or so. See you soon.